Hello friends, welcome to our channel where we teach the knowledge of the best books in the world in a simple and effective way. Today we are going to talk about such a wonderful book that has changed the lives of millions of people and shown them the path of true happiness and inner peace. We are talking about Eckhart Tolle's famous book, The Power of Now. This book teaches us how to live in the present moment and fill our lives with new energy and peace. In today's fast-pacing life, where our mind is either worried about the past or immersed in the thinking of the future, the power of now gives us a chance to understand the importance of the present. In this video, we will tell you how living in the present moment can end our mental stress, why living in the present is the key to true happiness and success, how can you control your thoughts and find peace and balance in life? And how is true spiritual awakening possible in life? If you are also looking for a way to live a stress-free, peaceful and happy life, then this video is for you to explain the thoughts and messages of this book in simple Hindi. We have specially prepared it for you. So friends, watch the video till the end because there are such invaluable lessons in it that can change your life. Also, if you like our effort, then like the video, share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Come on, without further ado, let's start this journey of the power of now and find out how we can live in the present moment and give a new direction to our lives. The author of this book, Eckhart Tolle, was mostly depressed in his life. When he was 29 years old, he often lost his sleep in the middle of the night. He felt his life was completely useless. It felt like there was no meaning to life anymore. In the darkness of the night, he used to hear the sound of a train coming from a distance. He no longer had any attachment or love for anything in life. In this way, there was only one voice coming from his heart. Why am I living like this? He had lost his sleep many times in the middle of the night. But that night was the scariest. That night, Eckhart had a terrible storm in his mind. He wanted to leave everything and go somewhere forever. He wanted to go to a place far away from everyone, from where no one comes back. He couldn't take it anymore. Eckhart was drowning in a deep sadness. There was nothing that could fill the emptiness of his mind, neither family, nor friends, nor his job. Nothing. He was moving towards the darkness that was pulling him towards himself. The next morning, when Eckhart fell asleep, he heard the chirping of a small bird outside the window. He had never heard such a voice before. He slowly opened his eyes and saw the light coming out of the window. Warm sunlight was shining on his face, which Eckhart could feel. Suddenly, he started liking everything. Tears filled his eyes. He looked around. He was finding his room. Everything in the room new. He had never paid attention to these things before. For the first time in his life, Eckhart took a stroll outside the house. Today, everything seemed beautiful to him, full of life. He felt as if he had taken a new birth today. After day, he started going to Rose Park. He used to sit on a bench and enjoy beauty all around him. Feet, dash, air, small animals, sunlight, everything seemed good to him. Eckhart was very happy to be alone in this world. Soon, people came to him and asked him, "What is the secret of your happiness? We also want to be happy like you. What should we do?" On this, Eckhart used to tell him, "Happiness is within you. You just have so much noise in your mind that you cannot hear the sound of your happiness." Gradually, Eckhart felt that he was talking like a spiritual teacher. What is bothering you? What is going on in your mind? Are you worried about the future? Are you regretting the past? Can you say that you are living a full life? Has it ever happened that there was no worry in your mind? Has it ever happened that you thought only about today? In this book, you will learn to live in your today. You will learn to appreciate your present life and this beautiful world. There is a way to get rid of all the bitterness and pain of life. It is not so difficult to get rid of your fear and anger. After reading this book's summary, you will learn how to face your problems. If you want, you can bring peace in your life. When Eckhart has survived all this in his life, then why can't you do it? Let's understand all 10 chapters of this book carefully. Chapter 1. You are not your mind. Was once a beggar who had been living in a sidewalk for 30 years. One morning, when a stranger passed by, the beggar put his baseball cap in front of him and asked, "Sir, can I get some money? I don't have money to give you." The man noticed that the beggar was sitting on an old box. "What is this?" he asked the beggar. "Nothing, just a box." "It has been lying here for a long time." Eckhart said. "Have you ever opened it and seen it?" The stranger asked. "What is the use? It must be empty," the beggar said. But when the stranger insisted that he should open the box once, the beggar agreed. The box was very old, so it was not able to open. But the beggar kept trying, and the box opened. As soon as the beggar saw inside the box, he was surprised. The old box, in which he has been sitting for so many years, was actually filled with gold. If you look at it, we are all like beggars in a way. We see the outside world. We never try to look inside ourselves. We look for our happiness outside. We all need love and security, but we forget that there is a treasure hidden inside us, a treasure that no one else can give us. So what is the real treasure? The real treasure is to feel the peace inside us, to accept ourselves as we are, to be happy with our true nature, to be happy in our present, away from the worries of past regrets and future, is the real treasure. If we're happy in our present, then we will really be happy. Once you get this treasure, then you will never be stuck in the false glimmer of the outside world. You will be so happy in yourself that this world will seem completely different to you. Then there will be no sorrow of the past, and there will be no worries of the future. The real treasure is inside you. Just look inside yourself once. Tap, 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 tap. Consciousness, the way out of pain. How will you open the box that you have? How will you take out the hidden gold inside you? First of all, it is very important to know why you are worried. What is it that is not letting you live? What is the reason for your pain? You will have to find out the reason for your sadness. Just think, what would have happened if there were no humans in the world? What if there were only animals and plants? Would there be a past or a future? Would there be anything like time then? Would the eagle ask, "Tell me what time it is"? Or would the petty D of the oak think, "What date is it today"? Actually, for plants and animals, nothing like time or date matters. What does it have to do with the past or the future? The time for them is today and now. Trees, plants, and animals live in their present. Just think how wonderful it is to live without any regret and trouble, no worries, nor any pain or trouble. This is what happens, to live in our present, which we have forgotten, leaving aside the burden of our past and the worry of the future, enjoying the present time. But is it possible? Even if we want to, we are unable to forget our past. Our mind scares us for the future. Our mind controls us. We are always surrounded by so many problems that we are unable to appreciate our present. And this is the real reason for our deceit. We invite sadness into our lives. Now you will say, there is nothing good in the present. There is only sorrow and trouble. But is this really true? You may be saying this because you are influenced by the past, but you have to forget the past and focus on the present. Accept the way it is today. Improve your present. Do not consider it your enemy, but your friend. Try it once, then see how it transforms your life. Chapter 3. Moving deeply into the now. Have you ever thought why people do activities like car racing or mountain climbing? That is because they feel they are in the present movement. Isn't it strange? People have to do a particular activity to feel the present movement. This is why people often look for opportunities to be happy. There was a Zen master. Once he asked his students, "What is missing at this time?" The students went to the DDs in deep thought as to what the answer to this question would be, and the person they turned to solve it proceeded to kill him. Everyone was thinking in silence, and this was the only thing that could not be found in the noise, that is, peace. This is such a simple exercise. It means that to feel the peace and beauty within you, you do not need to climb a high mountain while going to work or walking around the city. You must have seen many paddy-dee plants because we are often lost in our own problems. If possible, then sit in the shade of these trees and sit quietly for a while, relax, or look at a tree outside your window carefully. You will feel a little different. You will see how bright, how colorful these trees are. It is completely different from any image near your workplace and home. Even for a short while, feel these moments. Breathe in the fresh air of the trees. You will feel that your mind is relaxed. All those problems that were in your mind a while ago, you have forgotten them for a while. There is a peace within you. When you wake up in the morning and think that, "I wish I was far away from here," at that time, you are actually getting rid of your responsibilities. You want to run away from something. There are many things in your mind, and you are worried about those things that you have to achieve, and at that time, there is only one thing in your mind: that when will you get the next chance to be happy and excited? When will you eat your favorite food again? When will you do any thrilling activity? When will you get someone who will complete your life? But you just keep waiting, and in this cycle, you forget to enjoy the small joys of today. You don't look around you, you just worry about the future. And this is the reason that we can never be satisfied. Chapter 4, Mind Strategies for Avoiding the Now, the psychologist Carl Jung was once talking to a Native American tribal leader. The tribal chief told Jung that the Gauri people have a very cruel nature and negative attitude. The tribal chief also said that the Gauri people always want something or the other. It feels like they are missing something in their lives. These Gauri people are always restless and on energy. You may also feel like the Gauri people of this story. But will you stop for a minute and ask yourself that, am I completely relaxed right now? Because many times our thoughts completely control us. We tell you the reasons why your mind stops you from enjoying your present. The first reason is resentment. That is about your job or a person or a job. Many times we feel that we are taking too much load in the office, or a colleague is irritating us. These things create bitterness in us, but there is no use of it. You cannot be negative about it. It would be better to try to change the situation. The thing that is disturbing you, you can stop it. It is in your hands that you go to that person and talk openly. The thing that irritates you, only you can stop yourself from being negative. It is right in your hands. It is exactly like you have a heavy thing on your shoulders. Just drop it. Leave that heavy thing. Whenever you get a negative feeling at that time, throw away the negativity from your heart and start fresh. Instead of complaining, throw away the burden of your heart. Actually, it is not so difficult. Useless things from your life and control the situation. The second reason that you can't enjoy this moment is inaction. Don't do anything. If a situation makes you sad, you can chase it or accept it. In fact, you can learn your wrong decisions. We have 3 choices: leave, change, or expect. You can either accept, many people do this, and expect happiness from you, but what you have, thank God for that, then you will be able to grow with it all. Real happiness. Imagine you are in a line, then only you can hear the noise of people. People are complaining, getting irritated, and talking negatively, but you stay calm. When your number comes on the counter, the attendant says, "Sorry, you had to wait." Then you can say, "No problem. I didn't have any problem in waiting. I was just enjoying." Chapter 5. The State of Presence. Now, close your eyes and try to concentrate. Ask yourself, what will be my next thought? Keep yourself alert for the next thought that can come to your mind at any time. Like a cat lives in a rat's den, you will notice that you are alert and waiting for, because you are also in state, own frenzy. At this time, you are not anything else. No tension, no regret. Only then your concentration starts fading, your alertness starts decreasing, there is noise in and peace is lost, and you come back to the present. To teach state own F presence, Jane masters attack their students with from behind. If a student is not concentrating or something is going on in his mind, then he will react suddenly, but the student who is alert will know about Jane Master's presence. He will feel what is going to happen, so he will be ready and will form any attack. If you are not present and alert, if you do not in your consciousness, then your thoughts will keep pulling you as if someone is in the spiring of a deeply rooted means to be fully your body and mind. Chapter 6. The Inner Body. How do you your inner body? Once again, close your eyes and relax. Take a deep breath. Look at your body with the eyes of... With every breath, see your chest rise. And did you feel anything? Did you feel that you are living in this moment? Did you feel the power of... Did you feel that you are a strong energy source? After doing it once, you will realize how much you can do. Your inner body is formless and limitless, but you its power. Every religion, whether East or West, teaches us to fast and stay away from body pleasure. As some religions teach us to fast away from pleasure as best. Being timeless is pure bliss. That is, a stage where there is only peace, where you are free from all bondage and can feel unmanifested. The closer you are to nature, the more strongly you will be able to appreciate it. Wake up in the morning and look at the sunrise, sit by the river and see it flowing, or look at the sky at night, or look closely at the golden waves of fire. All this can give you so much peace you can't even imagine. When you look at nature, at that time your mind is absolutely free. You do not know the time. At that time, you are not a slave to time. You are only present in that time and feel it intensely. That is why it is important to learn that we surrender ourselves to nature. Throw everything out of yourself that is stopping you from enjoying this time right now. Surrender yourself to this time and you will feel more alive. There is one more exercise you can do. Turn on your cell phone switch for a while. Make sure that no one disturbs you during this time. Stretch your back and sit in a relaxed position. Take a deep breath. Feel your inner body. Don't think about anything. Just feel it. Feel your energy, your aura. Surrender yourself to this moment. When we go so deep, there comes a point when the difference between the inner and outer body ends. You become one with that energy that is flowing in this entire universe. A man and a woman meet and fall in love with each other. After meeting that woman, that man feels a sense of completeness. Whenever he meets her, he feels like there is no one in the world other than the two of them. He feels like they have become one. And that woman was also completely immersed in that man's love. She felt like she was special. The relationship was absolutely perfect. Then that man slowly started demanding. The intoxication of that woman's love made him so obsessed that he became possessive. He was afraid that she might leave him. That woman also started feeling jealous and possessive. She used to blackmail him. She used to accuse him. In the beginning of the relationship, there was a lot of love between the two of them. But after a few days, there was a gap in their relationship. Now there was a love-hate relationship between them. Sometimes they used to get very close to each other, and sometimes they used to hate each other. Sometimes they used to hurt each other, and sometimes they used to become one. And because of this, their relationship started giving more pain than pleasure. Instead of happiness, pain took over, and one day, finally, there was a breakup between the two of them. So, was there ever love between them or not? Or was it just an attraction? Both of them had only one addiction to each other. Just like most people have an addiction to food, alcohol, or drugs. When you want to relieve someone's pain, to fill their emptiness, this is what happens in such relationships. And once the excitement is over, the sadness, the pain, there is no end to it. But the question is, how to make an enlightened relationship? How can we always be happy with someone? The simple answer to this is that you can accept anyone you want with all your heart, with their shortcomings and strengths. Don't try to change them. Just accept them as they are. When you try to change someone, that is the reason for all the pain. That is why Expertant inspires us to live a peaceful life with more love and happiness. But when is true love? If someone is alone, without a partner, won't he get true love? Not with yourself? True love is hidden in all of us. There is no need to look for it outside. True love means living in your present. Loving yourself and everything around you is true love. And this is true because true love never leaves you, nor does it turn into hatred. True love lives forever. Chapter 9. Beyond Happiness and Unhappiness. There is peace. An old man, who was very sick, was waiting for his deathbed. Although his condition was very serious, he still refused any radical treatment or operation. That man had a long, productive career. He helped a lot of people in his life and achieved a lot. In his last days, his relatives and close people came to him and started crying, but he was very calm. Only he could understand how much pain he was in at that time. He looked at the people who came to meet him, then he slowly closed his eyes for the last time and fell into a deep sleep for a while. What do you think of this story? Is death always painful? Should we be afraid of death? How can you say that something is really positive or negative? There are many people who are grateful for their mistakes, disabilities, and loss. Do you know why? Because they believe that the negative situation is their biggest teacher. With their consciousness, they turn the negative situations of life into positive. When you are in your present, there is nothing positive or negative. Then you accept things as it is. Then you cannot ignore bad situations by saying that everything is perfect because you are letting things happen. Like that old man had accepted his death and he peacefully leapt into the sun. He had no fear or regret. There was peace on his face while dying. Chapter 10, the meaning of surrender. Surrender means to accept what is happening now without any fear, anger, or bitterness. That is, learn to accept life as it is now. When something goes wrong, you will have to learn to surrender. You can find a solution to the situation without being negative. For example, you got stuck in Keach DDH. Surrendering here does not mean that you are stuck in Keach DDH, but it means that you should not ignore this situation. You will have to accept that you are stuck in Keach DDH, and now you have to get out. This is reality. But for this, blaming or getting angry at someone will be wrong, because by doing this, you will not get any benefit. Now, just think that you have gone out for a walk at night. It is very foggy outside. because of which you cannot see clearly, but you have a powerful flashlight with which you are moving forward. This is exactly the situation in your life. This dense fog is the difficult situation of our life. But the flashlight in our hand is our consciousness with which we make our way and move forward. How powerful it is to walk with this powerful light. It helps you walk and you can enjoy your night walk. When we refuse to surrender to our situations, then this world seems negative to us. You are always afraid of what will happen next. What will happen if there is a disaster? If there is a big problem, you start doubting everyone. You don't believe in yourself, and its effects also affects your physical body. Your body becomes weak. You feel as if you are sick. Whenever you feel that you are getting lost in the fog, then remember that a powerful flashlight is present inside you. You may say that there are so many things in life, but we will say that focus only on what is in front of you right now. That is, focus on yourself. Surrender it at any cost and accept it, and then take action on it. The opposite of surrender is resistance. That is, blaming, regrets, and fearfulness, and all these feelings make you even more negative. It is better that you control them. Don't let negative emotions come to you either. Only when you are fully conscious will you be able to think of a best solution. At this moment, maybe you too are stuck in the mud of problems, and your parents may be blaming this society and your situation. You may be thinking about all your wrong decisions that you took in life. You may be thinking that this is your life. Nothing can happen to you now. Your problems can never be solved. But wait a minute. Take a deep breath first. You need to surrender. Tell yourself that I am stuck in the mud, but I will definitely come out of it and I will not give up. Then you move your feet and try to stand straight. That's it. Does that mean you come out of the mud? That's it.